Talk the things, me comfy talk the things, you hear? Talk the things, me comfy talk the things, you hear me? Talk the things, me comfy talk the things. Me no business, me no care if them screw face, whoa. Talk the things, me comfy talk the things, you hear me? Talk the things, me comfy talk the things, whoa. Talk the things, me comfy talk the things. Me no business, me no care if them now rate me. Talk the things, me comfy talk the things, you hear? Talk the things, me comfy talk the things, whoa. Talk the things, me comfy talk the things. Me no business, me no care if them screw face, whoa. Talk the things, me comfy talk the things, you hear? Talk the things, me comfy talk the things, whoa. Talk the things, me comfy talk the things. Me no business, me no care if them not like me. Talk the things, me comfy talk the thing, you hear? Talk the things, me comfy talk the thing, whoa. Talk the things, me comfy talk the things. You know business, me not care if them screw face, wow. Talk the things, me comfy talk the things, you hear? Talk the things, me comfy talk the things, whoa. Talk the things, me comfy talk the things. Me not business, me not care if them now already hear me fun too much, too much, whoa. Them not like me not like them not rate me. Me and them no friend, me don't see you care the whole of them are even. Talk the things, me comfy talk the thing, you hear? Talk the things, me comfy talk the thing, whoa. Talk the things, me comfy talk the things. Me no business, me no care if them screw face, whoa. Talk the things, me comfy talk the thing, you hear? Talk the things, me comfy talk the thing.
If them screw face. Excuse me, they could screw the face so much they want. They could screw their face how much they want. We don't care. We talking the things. And who don't like when we talk the things? Too bad for y'all. Sorry for y'all. I am totally sorry for y'all. I didn't eat all the real fucking thing where y'all didn't eat all. Them eat out my gum. Shit. He's cheering them is trouble. Anyway, good night, guys. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? I know it's late. I know y'all is really catch me on the morning, but I told y'all I was coming live tonight. So I'm gonna burn like an hour, talk about a little stuff, and then definitely I'm out of here. Yes, big up everybody on Facebook, everybody on YouTube. As you guys see the thumbnail and the title, y'all know what we're talking about tonight. And we're speaking about the 11-year-old girl that was unalive in the hotel on the west side in Tushin. You know what I mean? And all parents need to check in. All parents need to forward on this live right now. Because it's a very serious situation at this same moment here, guys. Not gonna tell no lie. It's a sticky situation. Big up to Shard Boss, Fashion Barbie on Facebook. How you doing? Hope you're doing great. Hope you're doing okay. Now, so far with the information that we get in with this young girl, this 11-year-old child, is that the first statement that was released was false. The first statement released is false statement. I know. I'm gonna run this upload that I did, whereby y'all could hear the first statement and the second statement. Right? It's crazy. It's crazy. Good night, guys. Welcome to Let's Start the Things TV. I'm your host with the most fire feelings. Hope you guys have a fantastic Thursday evening. It's a very dark, dark situation in Guyana. And, you know, my mother always tell me, she says, son, we fight not against flesh and blood, but spiritual things in high places. You know what I mean? And as I get older, these things are definitely coming to truth. You know what I mean? Coming to truth, real thing. And either he is, although I'm not in Guyana, as a parent, Me heart boiling, me heart aching in every way. I don't even want to feel how the parents feel at this said moment. I do not want to feel how the parents is feeling at this moment. But this will show you how it cruel. You see it? This will show you how it cruel. It cruel, guys. You understand? This little girl went for have a fun time with her grandmother and her siblings, not knowing this would be the last day this young girl ever see her parents and siblings. You understand? She now never know, the family never know, neither she never know this would be the last day. It hurt my heart. We as one people, one nation, one destiny, this is supposed to happen. This is supposed to happen, and excuse me. This ain't supposed to happen, and my heart is hurting. You understand? My heart is hurting. I don't want to feel her. And like I said, 2 days ago I took my kids to this egg hunt. And my little 1 year old daughter slipped out of my hands. When I say slip out of my hands, I put she down for 2 seconds. By the time I look, she disappeared. When I tell you my heart was inside of me hand. If this is how I feel, I could imagine looking for me daughter and then find she dead. Oh my God. Yo, condolence goes out to the family. It's emotional. I don't even want to break down on this life, you know? But it's crazy. It's real, real crazy, guys. Let me run through the report. And let me get for hear good. Let me get for hear what really took place with this report that we're gonna run through. Here, guys. Okay? All right. Make sure you like up the live, guys. Share up the live. Those persons on Facebook, those persons on YouTube. You guys know how the code is already, all right? So let me jump into this piece of vibe here so that we did. Okay, let's get this. Put your post notification bell on. I want you to run up the likes on this, and I want beer RIP in the comment section. RIP in the comment section. I want over 200 likes. Y'all like up this update that you're getting right now. Now, guys, a young female lost her life in Doubleday Hotel on the west side, Tushin. Hard. Now, this is very heartbreaking, guys, to know that this 11-year-old passed away. And how she passed away, fingers are pointing at the hotel and at the management and the owner of the hotel. Now, note, this is not the first time somebody has passed away in this hotel, or hands point at this hotel to first taking somebody's life. This is crazy, guys. Now, I'm going to read this report for you guys, whereby what the grandmother see, and we have some video that we're gonna drop definitely for you. Okay, see what's up. Let's get this. And it says here, police statement, alleged abduction, region 3 division. All right, this is the first statement. This is the first statement that was released, viewers and subscribers. This is the first statement that was released. Okay, I want y'all listen carefully how things mix up here, so. I want y'all listen carefully how things really mix up here, so. You understand? Anyway, let me get back into it. Hold on. Listen the force statement. Number 3. The Police Regional Division Number 3 are investigating a report on an alleged abduction committed on a female Guyanese of mixed ancestry under the age of 16, Adrianna Young, which occurred on Wednesday, April 23rd, 2025, between 13:02 hours and 14 hours at the Double D Hotel, which is located at Tushin Public Road. Investigators visit about 15:30 hours. Inquiry disclosed that on the aforementioned date at about 13:02 hours, Adrianna went to the Double D Hotel pool to swim with her grandmother, Carol Xavier, who stated that at about 13:10 hours, she gave Adrianna money to buy ban to swim in the pool, because obviously you have to get a ban. Shortly therefore, Adrianna entered the pool with her siblings. Sometime after, the grandmother called to get her family out of the pool. When she was discovered, Adrianna was missing. A search was launched by the family in the pool and the hotel, but without success. The matter was then reported to the Tushin police station. Upon arrival at the scene, the police made further search in and around the hotel, including the somebody has passed away in this hotel, or hands point at this hotel to force taking somebody's life. This is crazy, guys. Now I'm gonna read this report for you guys, whereby what the grandmother see, and we have some video that we're gonna drop definitely for you. Okay, I want you guys to listen carefully. Let me break it down. I'm gonna open the phone line. Matter of fact, I'm gonna pin a link just so you guys could join the live and give me your take on this situation here. Okay, guys? Listen carefully to the first statement and listen how mixed up this statement is. See what's up. Let's get this. And it says here, police statement, alleged abduction. Alleged abduction, Region 3, Division Number 3. The Police Regional Division Number 3 are investigating a report on an alleged abduction committed on a female Guyanese of mixed ancestry under the age of 16, Adrianna Young, which occurred on Wednesday, April 23rd, 2025, between 13:02 hours and 14 hours at the Double D Hotel, which is located at Tushin Public Road. Investigators visit about 15:30 hours. Inquiry disclosed that on the aforementioned date at about 13:02 hours, Adrianna went to the Double D Hotel pool to swim with her grandmother, Carol Xavier, who stated that at about 13:10 hours, she gave Adrianna money to buy ban to swim in the pool, because obviously you have to get a ban. Shortly therefore, Adrianna entered the pool with her siblings. Sometime after, the grandmother called to get her family out of the pool. When she was discovered, Adrianna was missing. A search was launched by the family in the pool and the hotel, but without success. The matter was then reported to the Tushin police station. Upon arrival at the scene, the police made further search in and around the hotel, including the rooms, storerooms, yard, and roof, but they came up empty-handed. Several cameras were seen attached to the building. However, when they asked to view some, the management included that they are not in working orders. Let me pause it there for a bit. Big international hotel like this don't have camera? Really? Big international hotel like this don't have camera, or the camera not working suddenly? There's one red flag. Let me continue. Me and understand ways though. How a big international hotel like this, cameras is not working. That's crazy. The command center in Regional Division Number 3 was contacted, and a view footage was showed that Adrianna entered the red and black Ram motor car. Pause it there again. This is a statement from the GF, the GPF, and the Guyana Police Force put out a statement saying that they saw some kind of footage with this girl entering a car. Second red flag. Let me continue. Hearing registration number PSS 4684, which drove off in the eastern direction heading toward the Virgin Hoop. Information was received about the registration owner, who, when contacted, claimed he rented the car to one Orlando, no last name provided. Since last week, check were made for the said Orlando at the address provided by the car owner, but Orlando was not contacted. Trace of the vehicle from Georgetown Command Center at about 20:58 hours show that the vehicle in under Neiman West Command Center. That simply means they're watching at a footage. They're watching at a CCTV footage. They see the police, the Guyana Police Force, made this statement whereby they say they see this girl enter a vehicle. You hearing? All right. Pang Demararo at White Shop Shortcut. Police are pursuing as invest. They know direct with this girl going everything. Investigation continues. Now, this is the first statement that came out. Right? Now, this is the first statement, guys. Y'all listening carefully. I want y'all listen carefully because a lot of persons still don't understand what really going on with this situation. A lot of persons still sleeping. This is the first statement was put out by the Guyana Police Force. They see this girl entering a vehicle. They hear, they get to find out the address where this person vehicle register is live. They went to the address. The owner for the vehicle said that he rented 2 weeks ago to Orlando. No second name, no surname was given. They went to Orlando address. They did not find Orlando. All this time is the police statement. So clearly, this shows that the police them know something. I want y'all listen me carefully. Every region have a commander. And in every region in Guyana, wherever drugsman, businessman living in that region pays their dues to these commanders. Don't get twisted. I don't play like I am stupid. This is what's happened. Every region is got a commander who take them monthly or fortnight pay or weekend pay. Why these band of them is do this now is to make sure that in case anything like these happen, it don't blow out of proportion. It gets swept under the rug. You got to know what's going on. You got to smart with what's going on. Every region in Guyana have a commander for that division. And every commander is be paid. Don't get tied up. This or this thing is go. Although these man of them is commander and wherever they still their money don't make sense. So these little fine bread which come in is built up. I know they got bus drivers. Whereby I see them man is going to carry a piece of food to whoever in charge in Evilary or wherever on a week, on a month, and wherever, that in case if they reach in situation with traffic police, them man go put them phone, a big boy talk to some, let them man go line away, he gone. So them man is keep it like that. I know, and they that don't only happen for bus driver, this happen for everybody. Because you got to remember, that's how Guyana stay. You understand? Shout out to Aisha. Welcome down to the show, sweetie. So don't get it twisted. These police, them that was in this place searching for this girl all the time, was police officers from the west side. So the man don't pay them, they're in there, and they know what's going on. They couldn't stop the police from searching the premises. You could stop the civilian, you could stop the mother, you could stop the uncle or the people them. Yeah, you could stop them. But you cannot stop the officers them, especially if they have a warrant to search your premises. You can't stop them. So these police them went in there from since Wednesday, wherever time they show up for the investigation. They went there Wednesday. Junior David, big up yourself on the check-in. Welcome down to the show. You understand? It's common sense, bro. These police them was there. This girl went in the hotel all the time. This girl ain't left the hotel because person said it did not see she left. Even if she left the hotel, how she reach back in the hotel? It's common sense. That means she didn't leave the hotel. Then it seems like they tried to burn this girl because the marks on her face and her hand and her knee, that means she was lying down on her belly, on her face. And they was trying to burn her or something. That's why the marks is on her face, because pertaining to the time they put she back in the pool, to the time when people start running for see her, when people start to them find she couldn't get them marks on she. Them marks went there for a period of time. And those marks was burnt mark. They got to be burnt mark. It's not frostbite or say a person dying water long, so you see that kind of mark. She was not in the pool. The pool was thoroughly searched. It's not no big deep pool, or it's not like it's in the black water, where it's black water. The pool got light in the fucking pool under the water so you could see. When they find she, we see this pool daytime, you could see this pool crystal clear, you could see the pool. So how she meet back in the pool? Shout out to my brother Gavin Butts. Gavin Butts said, Father God will bring everything to light, and the wicked, God will deal with them. Yeah. Big up yourself, my brother, from my next mother, Gavin. They had this girl in the hotel all the time. Let me jump into the second statement, because you got to remember now. Don't stray away, guys. Don't stray away, viewers. That was the first statement, saying that they saw this girl go into a vehicle. Hear how it can get fucking serious now with the second statement. Y'all let me hear the second statement now. Right? Whereby they said that this girl went in a vehicle and all these kind of things. Then when we ever find this girl never even leave the hotel. Viewers and subscribers, I want you guys to comment RIP in the comment section. This is something serious, guys. RIP in the comment section. Now we're going to touch on the second statement from the police officers before we jump into the videos that we have for you with the family members and so forth, explaining this what really occurred on how they feel. Okay, guys, let's get the second statement now. And it says here, police issue update statement. Reference to the statement sent out by the GPF regarding incident involving Adrianna Young. The Guyana Police Force wished to clarify information previously disseminated regarding an alleged abduction involving an 11-year-old Adrianna Young, which was reported to have occurred on Wednesday, April 23rd, 2025, between 13:02 hours to 14 hours at the Double D Hotel, Tushin Public Road, East Bank, Essequibo. Following preliminary investigation, it has been determined that certain details contained in the initial statement circulating was inaccurate. Now y'all know that, so y'all didn't get proper statement. Y'all just run with whoever y'all get, and for put out whoever y'all put out to think y'all would ease the tension from the people them or the family members, but instead it only aggravated them. Right? The first statement they find out was inaccurate. Can you believe that? Inaccurate. That's crazy. Tell you. Let me continue. As such, the force is currently reviewing the internal communication process that led to the release of the statement. I tell you. The Guyana Police Force assured that a comprehensive investigation will be carried out to determine every action taken by the police, the circumstances under which inaccurate information was disseminated, including what led to such information, will also be thoroughly examined. The divisional command commander and all ranks involved in the preparation and dissemination of the intel report will be interviewed and appropriate action will be taken to prevent further occurrences of this nature. The Guyana Police Force remain committed to maintaining transparency and accuracy in all public communication. We urge members of the public to remain calm as investigation continues into the circumstances surrounding this incident. Further update will be provided as soon as credible and variation information becomes available. The safety and well-being of our citizens, particularly our children, remain a top priority. Now that's what the Guyana Police Force the second statement issued, that the first statement was inaccurate and they're going to be doing a thorough investigation on whoever released that statement, because the statement is false. You understand? This is what we're talking about, bro. This is the fuckery which be going on with Guyana Police Force. You can't even trust them. So when citizens behave or misbehave with the police force, you'll be wondering if the citizen disrespectful. At this point, you can't even trust the police force, bro. Because they could tell you anything. Here we they turn and tell this woman, this child mother, wherever they find and they see, we know the person, get the person who drove the car and all these kind of things, you could go home. You could go home. Bro, what foolishness you talking, bro? Calvis, big up yourself. Welcome down to the show, bro. You know what I mean, Calvis? What's strumming is though? The police force you can't trust. I suppose you could trust the police force, bro. But they show clearly that I can't trust them. So when I take matters into me own hand, as a father, you can't vex with me and say why I didn't allow the police to do their job, because I cannot trust the police. Or you could put a statement out like this, bro. Or you could tell me you see this girl go in a vehicle when clearly this girl did not leave the hotel. That means you and the owner for this hotel know each other. It's simply and plain. It's either you is taking pay from this hotel boss. Whoever in charge of the division in Tushin know what's going on with this little girl. Because like I said, this girl was in the hotel all the time. This girl never leave the hotel. Because how they get you back in the hotel? Aisha is chauvinist, Aisha. And they really take Guyanese people for food, because you know some of them is some fucking ass indeed. So obviously, they really take the Guyanese people them for food. Now let me jump into the video with the mom explaining what happened. And the grandmother. We're breaking it down tonight. We are going to break it down tonight. We got 5 persons on Facebook. We got 67 on YouTube. Shout out to everybody that definitely checking in on the ones and threes. Let's jump into the mother and the grandmother, whereby they say what they got to see. Here, so. You understand? Let me get this.
Let's hear from the mother. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so she came here to the pool with her grandmother, and they're claiming that some ram picked her up. First was a black, now we're hearing that
Who is claiming?
The CID. That's what they're claiming, right?
The police them giving these people them this statement all the time, you know. Pierce scunt.
But we went over the road to our neighbor because this building don't have no camera to check. And we didn't see her coming out. We saw when they reached her, but we didn't see her coming out. We didn't see anything, right? That she entered a vehicle or a vehicle picked her up. In any case, the commander, whoever he be, he said that they got footage that she entered the vehicle and they know perfect wherever the person is.
The commander said I know, bro. I tell you, the commander and this man is friend. The commander and the owner for the fucking hotel is friend, bro. Because the commander telling the parents them that they see footage with this girl going in some car. All them need to get hold accountable for this fucking instruments, bro. Sorry for cussing, but I'm very vexed tonight. Whole day I'm vexed.
Living. But I should go home. I can go home. What am I going home to do?
Go home for what? This is what they want to tell you for go home. Then when did they go home? They would end up slipping the girl in or out. You know what I mean? This is what they would do. They would end up slipping she out. They try to distract the parents and tell the parents about go home. Go home for fucking what? What going home for? I want that. I want search me that. I want the in the thick of things. How could I go home and sleep? When I go home, I can get unease. I can get frustrated. Me head gonna hurt him. Mike, big up yourself. Where you sending me home for? What can I do home? And my child is not found as yet. I don't know where she there. Bears on them telling the parents.
I don't know what I'm going home to do. Oh, God. I'm going home to do. Tell me what I'm going home to do.
So this mother's here and the grandmother's here also who took the child out. Remember, the intention here is to have a nice time with your family. When one of your family goes missing, I would want to think the answer that is given by the police, the Guyana police force obviously has to do better. The answer, if you're going to say go home to what? What is the intention?
Oh, obviously. Big up critics. You know what I mean? Obviously, on this video here, you really move me how you behave. You know what I mean? As a real concerned person. Because what you sending the mother home for do? You got to do better than the Guyana police force. Come on.
You would have to explain to the family members. It is obvious that the Guyana police force need to explain to the family members how this matter is going to be solved. What are they going home to? Let's talk to the grandmother. Mom, just give me an explanation from your perspective what transpired here.
Well, what transpired is that we came here about 20 past 1. And my grandchildren then come, we come to bring them out to bed and so on. And when they come and went and changed their clothes. When they change their clothes, they come back and give them money to buy the band. Caroline, you get on the band, you can't go in the pool. So they went. And about 20 to 2, the brother and the sister come and say, Grandma, I'm hungry. And I say, okay, yeah, sit, I can give you have to eat. So some man, Gabriel, Ella, go and call your big sister. Call Adrianna to get some food. So when she get up now, when she goes, she said, Granny, Adrianna is not in the pool. So at that time, I dropped everything I was doing.
You see that? So hearing what the grandmother said there a while ago, you hear? When they came, all of them went in the pool. They get up and go to the grandmother. Because they say they're hungry. So as going to the grandmother back now, they say go and get your big sister. When them return to the pool, the sister is not there. So as soon as them left, the people them get the upper hand for snatch the girl. This is a spiteful act, bro. This is a spiteful act. Aisha telling you, sis, it's sad. It's real sad. Mike said, yo, whoever do the work gonna get back the interest money for the hotel and the home they burn down. I don't care. Everything got burned down. Everything. So they get the upper hand for snatch the girl. You see it, man? Mike said, style crazy. Shit crazy, G. My people. Yeah, man. We need to do better with cheering them, bro. Especially girl, child. We need to do better. We need to get our eyes open on these cheering them, bro. But let me continue.
And we end up, the whole siblings, everybody end up looking, searching, looking, and we ain't finding no thing. About 2:30, I went over the road and I tell my husband, I said, take me to the station, and come in the car, and we went to the station. The police did come back with us, they search, but they only search this part of the building, then they search the other part. We come out back and the police, we looking for camera. We went to the sawmill man down there. He was saying, he said, man, okay, yeah, come in. We sit down there like an hour looking. We ain't find nothing. When we end up come back here, we waiting for these people over here to come home to get the camera. In any case, my nephew come and he started to run the camera and he find nothing. I look, I see my granddad come out, nowhere, here, nowhere from the other gate, we see she nowhere. That mean, to me, she is still in the building. To me, but
Tell me something. When your family, you and your family members came in here, how much of you guys came in here?
about 20.
20.
Yeah, we was the plentiest in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there a process there when you go in, they put on a band, they recognize you? How does it work? Do you pay to go in?
Well, honestly, the first time I come here, they study. And we come in, and then they said only to go in the pool, you have to pay for going in the pool. Okay, 500 for children and 1,000 for adults. So I done change my clothes to go in, and my grandchildren, them, most of them they done in the pool. Might as well she was in the pool. The only one didn't go in the pool is my big grandma. I think she in the car. She didn't go in the pool at that time. So when she go in the pool, she said she didn't see Adrianna in the pool. Because I asked her, I said, Kyle, when you go in the pool, did you see Adrianna in the pool? She said, no, man. I said, okay, and we end up we end up, we get information that she's somewhere in Masjid Street. We went with
Where you get this information from?
the police.
Tell you that you're in Masjid Street.
Somewhere there, the car where them pick up down with you.
So the police is claiming that they are aware that she was picked up by a specific car,
Yes.
and they're tracing where the car is going.
Yes. And then they get a call that the car reached the party. So, and it was early, we could reach there, they clean. We could reach there to end up go with them because we didn't quarreling or making a scene, we didn't walk in with the police.
All right, pause it there, right? Pause it there, we hold a reasoning. Maybe hold a piece of reasoning, right? Now, Mike said, bro, if that was me, I ain't leaving my kid alone. Nowhere by no pool, fam. They ain't even had a lifeguard there, dog. That's what I'm trying to say. Now, listen to me carefully. It's common sense. Because remember now, I don't talk fictions, I talk facts, right? Now, everybody's saying that, oh, don't leave the children and don't leave your children and don't leave your children, don't leave your child. We understand that. Now, let me break it down like this. I don't see whereby the grandmother should get blamed because from the first starting of the story, The first starting of the story, how we get it, how I did start getting it, I myself think that this child grandmother was already at the hotel. So the child mother sent the child in a car to the hotel. So the grandmother didn't even see the child. That's how the child gets snatched. I think the child was coming there at the pool or wherever it is. He's saying to me, "Seven man was strumming." He says, "You know, I wanted to blame the grandmother also and the parent." But as we go down through the day now, I get to really find out that is the grandmother came, like you hear the grandmother just say, they was the toughest in the place. So the grandmother did came with the kids, with this girl. All of them was playing at the pool. Boom, they had to go and buy the band. Now listen what I'm telling you now. This is a business place, it's a hotel. Obviously, if I'm in a hotel, I should feel free that my kids are okay. My family are okay. So obviously it's an 11-year-old. It's not a 5-year-old or a 6-year-old. 11-year-old got good sense. Because I have an 11-year-old daughter with me at this said moment she's in her room. We don't let we 11-year-old daughter go in any way, but still in a situation like that, because it's just like in this vicinity that we living in this compound that we living in, they have a pool, but it's not far from us. So if she says she want to go to the pool, it's a walkway. We might give her a chance because her grandmother living right next to the pool, so her grandmother would got an eye on she. But if it was a case whereby this pool and me going, means can she? Because there's a different scenario. But I just showing you. Now this is a hotel. I supposed to feel free. I supposed to feel pleased that my children them is okay, my grandchildren or whoever, my family. So it's a case whereby what I'm saying is that, all right, the grandmother ain't supposed to be scared for gosh, eye punch her grandchild all the time, because this place supposed to have security. Like what Mike Justin said, they're supposed to have a coast guard, a lifeguard, at the pool for these kind of stuff, because you know children is going to be in the pool. Now the grandmother said they was the Northwest. So you trying to tell me nobody else in there? Now I'll come back to what I was saying. So it's not a problem whereby you got to blame the grandmother and say, oh, Scott, the grandmother should have kept your eye on shit. No. The grandmother know this is a business place, and obviously your granddaughter is not coming out of the building, the yard that the building is in. So she ain't got to be afraid. Of course, I could allow my child cars right downstairs. I don't know she's 11-year-old, she's the biggest. Well, she's not the biggest, but she's one of the biggest in the group. So obviously I can allow she. So it's a case like the know whereby I'm breaking out to let you know that she don't have to be watching this girl all the time with 4 eyes. She's supposed to feel free that, oh, Scott, me granddaughter safe, because this place is a hotel whereby it should be safe. Because any business place that you have, first thing count is safety. Not only for your customers, but for you. In case if people running for robbery and these things, you have to have guards, securities, and you have to have cameras. So all these things was red flag. For no you come in this place with not only you alone, it's a business place, it's a hotel whereby people gonna be there, and it's just after the Easter weekend. So the mother it's not like a case whereby the grandmother had to gash her eye on she. But the main factor that is somebody snatched this girl. You understand? Mike said, bro, but now 20 plus people, how 20 plus people was in and no one ain't see anything, dog. I got... Real thing. I got the staff of the hotel, bro. Not one person outside of them wasn't there. That's crazy. That's what I'm saying. This is the same thing I am talking and saying here. So nobody in there. Them is the only 20 person that was in the building or at the hotel. that nobody see. Not say she get snatched outside, whereby nobody couldn't see, none of the workers, them the employees could see. It's right in this fucking hotel, you know. Now let me show you a footage how this hotel really situate. Mike said, dog, the girl got fingerprint all over she. Them all right. The stock coordination knows all that. This should have been an easy case to crack. They're gonna find it. All right. So all these things we're seeing, cotton stuff in nose and all the how cotton meet in your nose. That means somebody had something to do with the cotton being in your nose. It's beer scone, buddy. This is not no hard case for these people them go down. This is easy winnings. Them do and do till them overdo till this here, sir. Cause them. Now we go into this footage here. Let you ever see how really the building situate, guys. Let me take a look and see what's going on. Look this.
And then, there's light. That when you come, somebody went in the pool and check. Normally, you ain't got to check if you use the pool, and as you can see, you see the...
Look at the pool. Just look at the pool. This is Wednesday night. Critics there inside of the building showing you what's going on. Watch at the pool. She wasn't in the pool.
Pool here, clear. Like when the family said they went in the pool and check, everybody went in the pool and check. Normally, you ain't got to check if there's a body in this pool. You could see it because...
That's the same thing I'm saying. Watch at the pool. The pool is not no big deep pool. What you could literally see at the bottom of the pool. Literally, you could see at the bottom of that pool. Mike said that. Oh, Mike said Hickens need to step down. He covering up a bunch of clowns as GPF. Look at the pool. What's Chumanis really telling me?
Because the pool is clear, right? So, obviously the young lady, the 11-year-old who has gone missing from this place is not in this pool, right? So I walking around, I look in, I talk to management before I talk to the mother and the father to make sure I have an inclusive story. Everybody knows what's going on, why it's going on, and so on, right? So you got the pool here. The pool water looks clear to some extent, but still, if I don't know the depth of this pool. So if you go, that is saying 8 feet. That is saying 7 feet 6 inches, 5 feet 5 inches. If you look at it, right? That's saying 5'5". That's saying 7'6". That's saying 8 feet. So for 8 feet is reasonable depth for a pool. So you would have to go in and check in the pool, right? The young lady is not in the pool. Want hook up for get a room, you'd go there, and then there's light. That when you come.
Look at the pool. So what more people want to see, bro? What do people want to see more? Is either they try to sacrifice this girl, bro, and this the fuck up thing why I can't understand with the Guyana police force. Why would you give a false statement like that with a serious situation like this because you're trying to cover up for your friend, the the commission, who is in charge, the commander of Tushin Police Station, and the owner of this hotel, Double D Hotel, is friends. These banners is knocked glass together. Just like how the girl didn't know this would be Sheila last day, the owner for Double D Hotel didn't know that this would be he last time doing scunt like this, or you would have get catch red-handed. You see them get put in a position whereby they didn't even expect they would have get put in. They think everything would have go smooth and nice, but guess what? God don't sleep. You see the man with up there? You see the man with up there? He don't sleep. This is why he's a strong believer in God, by. My viewers and subscribers, we fight not against flesh and blood, but spiritual thing in high places, bro. This is to show you that you really got depth on your toes when it comes to your cheering them and even you life. You got mind with where you got mind with where you're hanging. You got mind with who you're drinking, who you're smoking with. Yo, it's a serious fucking time right now we living in. And like people ain't getting wise. People ain't getting wise until when things like this happen. Well, I tell you something. Me waiting on Duff to happen. I gonna be one of the best jackass father when it come to me cheering them. Until when them reach the age for call their own shots and do what they doing, yes, but I can still be on their ass. I'ma still call them, I'ma still check up. Cause them is me own. And I know this life and these times we living in is a serious times. The poor 11-year-old girl, she could be something great tomorrow. She could be the next president, the next prime minister. Just like them take this girl life. For what reason? For make you hotel shine more. Why you kill one of your raise them? Why you do that? Now here why I say that how the Double D hotel boss man and the commander is friend. Because remember, this is not the first time this happened. This is not the first time this take place, guys. This is not the first time. This is either the third or the fifth time somebody say when they was talking to Travis Chase. And the hotel still is there, nothing is shut down. Because obviously, when people dead in your hotel and them thing, even if it don't shut down, it is get suspended for a time until investigation finish and whatever information they come up with. If your hotel is not pinned within nothing, your hotel allowed to do what God do. But until then, the hotel supposed to done with. And this is not if they got a hotel or a business place whereby bodies always end up missing or people always dying, me as any government official making sure the business locked down, because that is a threat to people. It's right, man. Hillary Baker, good night to you, sweetie. How you doing? Hillary Baker said, why Guyana Daily News didn't send over the drone when them for be relevant. Revealed. I know what you mean, right? Yeah, man. When they want, yeah, man, for real. When them for be relevant, for real. But you see they post a transformer behind a minibus and them saying that a transformer being T from Double D Hotel. This all the Guyana Daily News is there on. All of them is one company. Before they cater about the real situation, they lying, but transformer getting thief. This time must be some transformer transporting some way, they take out a picture and saying about like for put some kind of bad stigma on the Tushin people that was protesting. Them and all is some fucking ass. You know how long I have to unfollow them on Facebook, but me do it as yet. Kimberly, what's up? Good night to you. How you doing? The commander know what's going on. They went in there all the time with this girl. They try bond the girl, but then them find and said, yo, we can't do it. We gotta let this girl these people them gotta find this girl, or else it gonna be problem. And boom, when them put the girl in the pool dead, they make it more worse. The people them see she in the pool dead. The people don't know, well, yeah, this girl was in this hotel all the time. Why no full thorough search wasn't taken? Because even when this girl was missing, business still was happening. Them in shut down this hotel. This hotel supposed to be closed down from since the girl get missing. Right away, they're supposed to put a stop and hold on everything and start searching. None of that didn't happen. Business was still transacting. That's to show you that they know what's going on. They have a clear idea with what's going on. Let me jump into the father with what he said. Viewers and subscribers. We there on the end, we there on the ground. You understand? Let me get this.
That's it. My condolence for that. This is the father. Okay. My condolence. I see. You know.
No, my daughter like that.
Yeah.
Tell them this man again.
Yeah. This is the father of the child. This is the father.
This morning, about after 7.
Yes. Give a little spray. Take your time. Yeah. With the police.
Give us space.
Yes.
We need a space. God, give us space.
Hold on. We got you. No, don't shoot it. They protect him on right now. Come. Yeah. It's good right there. Yes.
Continue.
Yes. Y'all hold on first, please. Hold on. Yeah. Stop. Yeah. Y'all hold on for me, hold on. Yeah. Hold on for me, please. Hold on.
One special.
Hold on. Yeah. Y'all hold on. Continue. Yes.
This morning, when this place gets bright, the police come to me and say, take 5 of your family members.
Yes.
And go inside the building.
Okay.
And I was standing like everybody, and I said, why
Yes.
everybody can't go inside?
Correct.
I said, why everybody can't? How do we want one piece in the pool?
Correct.
I have TV.
Correct.
One reason I'm here.
Yes. Your daughter.
Yeah? They tell me again. I'll be honest with you, I believe since I come here, I'm in place.
Young man. I use the father.
You see what I'm telling you? They say take 5 persons with you and still them allow this man to go in and search each child. Because they know the child there in there.
Yeah. Travis, go.
Hello.
Yes.
Every time.
All right.
These people tell me come and search me that. I tell them no. I said I'm not going to search me that.
Yeah.
I said you know with me that today. I'm waiting right here for you.
All right. One at a time.
What I tell them no.
You're good. Come over, you're good.
No one's.
You're good.
Andy.
All right.
I was like, you.
1 second. 1 second. Hold on.
I'm 6 this morning.
Continue.
But everybody
Yeah.
telling me, go and search. And my mind, and my heart, Tell me so Brian. Finalo.
Get after them. So you take her there?
I didn't take her here.
Okay.
She come there with her granny. I was home.
With her grandmother, okay.
And I got a call yesterday, then I leave home.
Then you leave home.
I leave home upset.
Okay.
I reach here upset.
Can your daughter swim?
I don't show nobody me upset.
Can she swim?
I was cool with the police.
Hold it.
Yeah, big time,
Nah.
big time, big
Nah.
time.
I was cool. I leave here alone.
You want me to swim?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, all night you went there. You gonna went in. All right.
Hold on.
I want to tell you this thing. People inside the pool, inside the hotel, more than one. Inside the hotel, last night when I give it quotation, when I give it okay last night, about 12 o'clock. Listen.
Yes.
I almost 12 hours already past the last night. Listen. Then they come last night, like some new searching for them.
Yeah.
That was my reaction to them last night. That was the first thing. This man in. Again. This man again, I'm sick. As things get right. And I always say this. We don't know when you go home. I we up now we eat breakfast and lunch. I don't
Yeah.
feel my belly is full now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm telling you? My belly is so full, and you're just a young man. When commissioner call and he does the phone. And he does the conversation. Come. And walk and I go to and he does. He says somebody wants to. Answer this phone 4 times. About just 9 going on to 9:40. Tell me he's at his way here. Give him about half an hour. Please, why don't you do that? Get up from here and from out here and ask to pick them up.
Yes.
I said, people, please give me half an hour, please. We have someone come to the church.
Fire.
Mr. Mohammed?
That's gas.
From the time I talk, I come down the road. And I used to walk and I stop like this. I bow my head. I got a vision. See me that. I sit there and I see everybody. I saw everybody start running the class there. It was just after 9:30, when at the 10 o'clock. You know what When I see everybody in the class there, everybody said, look this way, the other way.
Yeah.
I jump over there. I don't know, I don't have a phone, I don't know the phone act, I don't know everything. I jump in the pool and I look like that.
Holy man, holy. This is a father crying, a crying father, you know. Yeah. What happened to your hand? What happened to your hand? What happened to your baby hand? Marks.
I don't have the picture, Daddy, but I know.
Show me the picture. Yeah.
I know when a person drunk.
Yeah.
I know when a person drunk. I just country man. I call him running river. I don't care if he tries to fool. He's got his beach and swim.
Yeah.
Dumps are here in the
Yes.
I just sit and look at them.
Definitely.
Real thing, father, real thing.
I just wait till me try to get the beach and I swim.
Yeah.
No. I watch me right
Yeah, look, she's yeah, look, she need, yeah. She got marks of violence. Look, marks of violence on her. Yeah, marks. So somebody did that to her. Somebody in there did that to her. In there. The owner. Yeah, the owner. Yeah. Yes.
But the staff.
Where's the owner right now? Where's the owner right now?
What is?
The owner, where is he right now?
Last night, You have to be a body before you get locked. I have to ask the police if it's not a crime scene.
It is.
I have to ask the police why this place is in lockdown.
Yeah.
Since still why they send me? I have to ask the police why this man is not holding the child to get caught.
Definitely. Definitely. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. You know the place get camera.
We can carry down.
Let me.
Now, when the police carry down, I was there.
Okay.
I had a friend trail the car.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. You're good. You're good. You're good. Yeah.
He come back and he say, that person with the police car to the station, not there. They bring you back to the car and go home. Because he living right to the back.
At the back there.
Why you listening?
I'm listening.
I was talking to the police.
Yes.
And I say, hey, what happened? Are you left in here now?
Yeah.
One in Nora?
Yeah.
To see if I see this man.
Okay.
But don't every police know here.
And is the owner?
Boy,
Okay.
I jumped in my friend car and
Yes. Was he there?
I reach the land around. I walk and go to cross the bridge.
Yeah.
Open the gate, it's me alone.
Yes.
A policeman come to me at the gate. Lock the gate. I said, what happened?
Yeah.
I said, I'm here to just see if somebody is in there.
Yes. Get
I
arrested.
don't want to come here, you have a problem, you have this and you have that.
Did the police tell you?
Tell me.
Okay.
Pushing the gate for me. Lock the gate. I stand up there. I said, so I can't see this man who come see this. Say, yeah. Yeah, it's not by the window. The man stand by the window. And I stand up like this and I recognize him. I recognize the person. I say, okay, okay. So they come back, I stand up. So they come back, I stand up. Wait for a treat and I stand up. So they come out, some come out, I still stand up. I'll wait to take trouble. Go to the hotel. People went to the hotel last night. The boss wasn't there last night.
Yeah, hold on, please. Yeah.
So I want you to listen to me. Got my attention. Yeah. The boss for the hotel wasn't there last night. So how would the man reach them in the pool? You gotta be just somebody who was working there last night. You had people in the other building. Had no one person. Why everybody why the staff don't get home? I used to know the staff. I used to know nobody. Something happens to me, I didn't know nothing. I see me that, but I know me that wasn't here. And I was never leaving.
This is not the first time, you know. We said we don't find the body.
Second time.
Every year. Third time. Let me ask you a question. The place have camera? The hotel have camera? It's not working? The big hotel? Come back, come in. Come back here, come. Hey, I got you. Let me get a little breeze. Let me the car. We got you.
I'm about to cash this check for 50.
All right, guys. Judge of God. It's real sad. This is real. Let me go over to this piece of live. Definitely, guys. This is crazy. Shout out to everybody that definitely check in, guys. Few more minutes we go in and then we out. We don't reach you 1 hour mark already. See, I don't know what's going on, guys. All right, so everybody see what's going on with this live, and then we're gonna bounce. All right, hold on a minute.
These bodies, and rightfully there should be an audit or some investigation into evidence the police have provided
Well,
for
this afternoon,
other
Barajab, they
cases.
call on the police to release the video. Up to now, they can't do it. The
Listen
vice
to me.
president said
They
they must
don't
release
have
this
any video.
video.
In
Listen
my
to me.
opinion, they don't have any video.
Gentlemen, forgive me. Forgive me. Bar Jagdeo should be calling for the Commission of Police to resign.
Exactly.
Agreed.
Right?
Agreed.
That's what he should be calling for.
But I'm saying the vice president is saying release the video, and the police can't release it up to now. They don't have a video. They
And
lied.
so what? And so what? You the vice president does, or else everybody is going home. If you're serious about running a country, and if you're serious about giving love and support to your people, that's what love and support looks like. It looks like holding people accountable when they harm your people. That is what love and support looks
I
like.
think it's
Not covering up
it's a little bit of issue with the signal
putting
down there.
putting fancy statements out there. Support and love and accountability and support rather looks like holding people accountable.
But Amanza, I want to jump on piggyback on something both you and Francis said. I'm not sure if Francis is hearing me. He seemed to be frozen again. Francis, can you hear me?
Of course.
Okay, great. Now, both of you mentioned the police actually participated in this cover up here. It was a conspiracy between the police, apparently, to me, and the owners to cover up, distract, and then pin and then frame.
That's
This is something that the police has been doing it. They did it to me, nothing happened.
Yep.
They did it to the people in Barbies. They killed somebody
Yep.
and said a man stabbed the man and the man dead. Luckily, somebody leaked the autopsy. They probably got to know that his police killed the man. I mean, and they've been doing it to people all the time.
Yeah.
And it is happening on the Clifton Hicken.
You cannot trust the police force. You can't trust the police force.
It is him. It is his leadership. It is cancerous. It is poisonous. And the PPP likes it because the people who speak out against them, so they want to have him there despite all of this criminal, unethical activity.
I think it has gone past that. I think they are unable to control Clifton Hicken anymore. I think there are elements within the police force that have the government held to ransom. That is because elections are coming, and so they need to ensure that things go a particular way. That is what is happening here, Rickford. Let's call a spade a spade. Clifton Hicken doesn't sit in that office at his own behest. The president has the power to, because he is appointed in consultation, or ought to be appointed in consultation with the opposition leader. So let's be very clear about whose responsibility this is. With power comes responsibility. Irfan Ali understands the power part. Clearly, the responsibility part eludes him because this is his tragedy. These tragedies are happening under his watch time and time again. And like I said, he is doing everything except fixing the broken system that keeps inflicting harm on the people that he is supposed to be shepherding and leading.
As we wind down, we have just about 10 minutes more. I want to ask a question on both of you. What we're seeing here is if you're rich and you're privileged and you're among the family, friends, and favorites of the PPP, you can use the police to accomplish anything you want, including covering up a murder.
Of course.
And it is a situation where poor people in Guyana have to fight for justice. In most cases, they don't get it. You just got to shut your mouth and go home and bury a child. What do you think our society has come to where the poor people, if it wasn't for the solidarity of everybody, Indian, blacks, Christian, Muslim, Hindus, whatever, came together in that community and fought the tyranny of the police force and this owner, we would not have had this child discovered in that hotel. What is your view between how the society is evolving as poor people have no justice, and if you're rich, you get to use the police for protection?
Do you want to go first, Samantha?
No, you go first, Francis.
Okay. So, justice is not just something for the privileged, it's something that you can also pay for. Okay? And it's often that the poor cannot afford the price of justice. And even if you go to the station to report a robbery, you need help with something, there are officers there, many of whom are underpaid. And I believe that's a very deliberate
Yep,
act.
yep,
It
yep,
keeps the force ripe
yep, yep,
for
correct,
corruption, because
correct.
corruption serves the interests of those that consider themselves the elites or the novo oligarchs of our society. It's designed to protect them and anyone else that can pay for it. Okay, so they are deliberately kept under resourced and in terrible squalid conditions generally, so they're ripe for corruption, and the poor are struggling, and we have been struggling historically
Yep,
with this issue in Guyana, where justice is meant for some and not for others. Some can only whisper it, others have it by right, even if they find themselves in the wrong. Okay, so I also wanted to pivot because this situation here, it brought this case with Nigel Darmlal back up in my mind, you know, and I asked myself the question as to whether some of these instances are us dealing with the fallout from cases like that, where pedophiles in high places find protection from the administration and other criminals and deviants gravitate to the party in the same manner. Now, the trolls could come for me on this, but it's a matter of fact. There are a number of accused pedophiles in that party, and I wonder if it's affected the tone of the nation, seeing how that particular case went. That when you're poor, you don't get justice, you get bought out, you get silenced, you can get kidnapped by the state. It's emboldened some of these criminal, or I want to say evil, some of the evil elements in our society feel emboldened. The other day it was published there's over 300 cases of sexual assault that occur on a monthly basis. It's a rotten system, a system that is rotten to its core. And something like that tells you nobody is getting justice. So it's something for us to consider. But I definitely don't think that the poor are getting their just rewards in the system. What was inspiring last night, as you mentioned, referred, was the unity that people showed across the class divide and the ethnic divide. And that's what the government would really like us to keep fighting each other. But there was a lot of unity there, and I hope it showed the working class that when they decide to be a cohesive force, standing together on the same issues with the same common objectives, that things can happen, because a greater disaster was avoided. Those people would likely have never seen their baby girl again. Okay, the community did that. The community forced their hand. It was a very, very tragic outcome, but out of it, I definitely could see the strength in numbers. I hope people take that away as we try to challenge this autocratic dictatorship slash kleptocracy, as I've been calling them. So
Some
those
answer?
are my comments.
Thanks.
You're mute.
On
Your
mute.
mic.
Yeah.
I think what Guyana saw for the last 24 hours was a display of strength and unity that we have not seen in a long time. As Francis said, there wasn't ethnicity and class and creed and color out there. That didn't matter. What mattered was that a community understood that time and time again, lives have been lost in that building. That people working in that building were indicted for murder and got off. And they were prepared to stand and to say together, enough is enough. We are not leaving here. And I think it demonstrates the power of unity. And when common folk, ordinary folk, just bung together by a desire to ensure the safety of an 11-year-old girl that just wrote common entrance, I will never get to see her results now, right? When the thing binding them together was saying, no, we're not moving. She has to come out. She is in there. And they stood their ground. If we as Guyanese could stand our ground and demand better for all Guyanese, irrespective of race, class, irrespective of whether they support the government, they support the opposition, then I think what we will see is a Guyana that we could live in, that the diaspora will want to come back to. People are saying, oh, don't make this about politics. But politics permeates every area of our lives. And so you can't escape that government provides the enabling environment for anything to happen. Whether it is peace or whether it is decay, it is the government that provides that enabling environment. And so government has to be held accountable for the state of this nation. So Rickford, it is tragic. As a mother, my heart bleeds. My heart bleeds. But I will say that out of this must come change. Change must come. And if we allow this to just be something that's blown over, then Ariana's death would have been in vain, and her death, her murder cannot be just another life gone down the drain. This was an 11-year-old girl with her whole life ahead of her. Her whole life. Let me end by saying this. What you saw last evening from the police was the beginning of the makings of victimizing the victim all over again. Because, oh, she got into a car with a man. So they were setting the stage for the narrative that this is some little hot foot girl and she has gone off with a man. This is how evil this system is. But I thank God that the people stood up, and I thank God that at least their parents, oh God, it would have been so much better to get her alive, but the closure that they will have because they have her and they're able to lay her to rest in dignity. Because Rickford, we cannot begin to imagine and understand the horror that that child would have gone through in her last moments. She was clearly brutalized. From her body, you could see that she was brutalized.
I know. Listen. I'm not even in Guyana, but I have a child, I have a son, and every parent in Guyana felt this, and we saw those people begging the police last night. I mean, listen, I could not sleep
Since
last night. I went to
yesterday
bed this morning at six
afternoon.
o'clock.
Since yesterday afternoon. And I
Yesterday
want to
afternoon,
point
right?
out, Rickford, let me stick up in here because I see that now that they and the fellow who was Brutus, now that they've fallen out, he's speaking, and he was saying that the first thing that the police should have done was cordon off the building and search the entire building.
Right. And the people
Had
were
they
calling for
done
that.
that, had they done that, Ariana would have been alive today. She would have been alive today. This is squarely at the foot of the police. This is squarely at the foot of Irfan Ali, and Clifton Hickens got to resign. The commander of Region 3 has to resign. And when elections come, the people have to vote the people out of government. They are a blight on this nation.
Amanza, I want to ask something. I'm getting a report that the president of Guyana, I don't know how true it is alleged that the president of Guyana called the commanding officer, and he was within the hearing of the commanding officer, was within the hearing of other officers, and the president told him to stand down and allow the people to burn the building down. If that is true, I don't know, is that callous? And secondly, in the police, whether they received instructions or not, in the police allowing the people to burn the building down, didn't they destroy all most of the evidence? And how do we account for such an intervention of the president? And Mr. President, if this is not true, please put out a statement denying it. But this is not Rickford Burke making this up. I'm getting these reports from two sources now.
Well, this is the president doing everything but what he ought to do. This is what I'm talking about. He is doing everything other than which he must do to rectify this situation. And everybody could see that the police did stand by and allow the building to be burned.
Because there's less forensic evidence.
But not only forensic evidence. Look, listen to me. Let me be very clear. You couldn't find a whole child. Don't come tell me about evidence, because people from that same hotel were indicted for murder and they got off. And so
But people are saying that the owners are friends with president and the owners are contributors,
everybody
financiers
knows
of the
that they
PPP.
are big donors to the PPP. Everybody knows that. That is common knowledge on the West Side. Everybody knows that, Rickford. So
Amanzo,
what
do you
they
believe that the
thought,
president is just fronting? He's just
of course, he's just
creating the appearance,
he
feigning
is appearing.
sympathy?
Of course, he absolutely is. He absolutely is, because this is the second time in a month that I have had the opportunity to witness this up close and with their finale. First in Linden, when he promised that terms of reference would be prepared for the murder of Ronaldo Peters and Dan.
Peon
Well, we
for
call him
Gunny,
Dan, yes. Fortunate.
Fajre.
Up to now, those terms of reference can't be made public. Up to now. So we don't know what the RSS is investigating. And I'm waiting because I want to see whether it will be that we assume that they're investigating something and their terms of reference says something else. I know the lawyers have requested those terms of reference. I noticed that Anand Nandlal said that the file is with the DPP. The same day Anand Nandlal said something to that effect, the police were still taking statements in Linden from the people. The system is broken. And Irfan Ali, instead of standing firm as the president and fixing the broken system, is like a man scurrying around with plasters. Holes are appearing everywhere, and he's running around with plasters trying to bandage it up. And it will continue to leak and it will continue to break because it is rotten. And so the system has to be rebuilt.
Amanza, as a member of parliament, are you calling for police officers to also be prosecuted? That there must be an investigation of exactly
They
what the police
must.
did here?
They must. They absolutely must. And every person working in that hotel ought to have been in custody by now. We don't know who has flown out of the country. We don't know who has gone backtrack via Suriname. We do
I
not
would love
know that.
some clarity on that because just this evening, I was told that the gentleman they took in, the son of Double D, that they took in for question yesterday, I was told he was just kept for 2 hours and that he's either been allowed to leave the country or is on his way out of the country, right?
Wow.
So I would like some clarification on that because that left me speechless, right?
All right. Final. That is not impossible. We're dealing with the kind of police force and the government that covers up murders and crimes and other serious wrongdoing committed by their members and supporters. I mean, friends, family, and favorites. Um, Last word for both of you. Where do we go from here? Do you think we'll have justice? Do you think anybody will be held accountable? And if not, how can this nation punish this government and the police force and hold them accountable for their incompetence and their complicity with the murder of this child? Francis and then Amanda.
I think we need more demands for greater demands for public accountability. I would agree with what Amanda said earlier. It does not matter who you support. It doesn't matter who ends up in the seat of office or in central government. You need to hold your leaders accountable. Part of that comes with civil society being more educated about their rights, their responsibilities, the laws, and the ways in which they can hold their leaders accountable. Because one of the greatest things that has been stolen from this population is their education. Okay, as one of the greatest things that has been stolen. So in this fog of ignorance, we're not quite sure as to how to keep this runaway horse from just doing more damage.
Francis, do you think, and Amanda too, do you think that we need an independent constitutional body now, answerable only to the National Assembly, who has the power, which has the power to not only investigate police wrongdoing, but to punish and prosecute police wrongdoing completely separate from the Ghana police force? Do you think now is the time that we pass an amendment to the Constitution for such a body?
There's a security sector committee. has never been convened by the government. I want us to understand that the system is completely broken. It is broken. There's a Human Rights Commission never convened by the government. And I think we have a role to play in going out there and in educating the people on what the Constitution says. The Constitution is flawed. We need constitutional reform, yes. But by God, they must know what is in there now. And we must put them in a position to demand it. And let me say this, the greatest way to punish them is to vote them out. And if we are given the opportunity and we go in there and we don't do what we've committed, vote us out too. As leaders, we have to understand that we are accountable to people. And we are accountable to changing the system. And we are accountable to keeping our people safe, for keeping our people safe. And so the power of this vote is ultimately what will keep this government in check, because between 2015 to 2020, the people saw a police force that knew what they had to do and how they had to do it. Crime was down, people felt safer, the diaspora were coming home. Now you ask the diaspora whether they want to come here, it's a resounding no. You're not sure if when people come, 911 will answer them if they're under attack. They're not sure if when they call 999, the ambulance will show up. But we're telling people to come home. To what?
I don't think there's been any point that the police pick up whether the coalition were in government or people in government, that the police pick up their phone in a timely manner.
Then that has to be fixed.
It has to be exactly.
There are no consequences for incompetence, and that needs to change. There are no consequences. You can be incompetent,
right,
as you like. There's no consequence.
But nothing. No accountability. Not in the PPP.
Not under the PPP. If you are loud and if you are able to go out there and to be an influencer and so on and so forth, you somehow are able to get by with this administration. Rickford, I'll close by saying this. Adrianna's life, Keon Fudgeney, Ronaldo Peters, Joel Henry, Isaiah Henry, and so many others.
Mr. Pierre, Mr. Williams.
The La Cruz women who were slaughtered last night. Oh, God. When are we going to say as a people enough is enough? When are we going to say as a people enough is enough? And I want to say this. The opposition has a role. But the opposition in number are 30-something MPs. This has to be an all hands on deck, a whole systems approach to changing this system. And like I said, the PPP has to be voted out. And when you vote us in and we don't do what we have to do, vote us out too. Because we have to understand that we are here to serve the people. Government must serve the people. The parliament must work. And the people have every right to demand it. Guyanese can't live as paupers and as fearful people in this our own country. There's enough going on around the world. It is so difficult. I don't think people understand how difficult it is to live in Guyana. I don't think people understand just the daily stressors that you have, from bad traffic on the road to blackout. You're not sure. You can't even plan your life properly because you're not sure when the power ships will fail. And then you have to deal with an incompetent police force, a crumbling healthcare system.
Incompetent and corrupt.
Incompetent and corrupt. Healthcare is failing. Education is abysmal. God, Guyanese deserve more. We deserve better. But we have to be convinced that we deserve more and better, and we got to be prepared to demand it.
I want to end tonight with a commitment. I will consult with my CGID colleagues, and we will launch a campaign. I'm going to convince them for us to launch a campaign for the constitutional enactment of a constitutional body, or maybe a strengthening of the police complaints authority to make it completely independent, to give it powers to discipline police officers, to charge police officers, to fire police officers, and put them before the courts. And I think if we start by that, at least we can force some sort of reform that leads to accountability by police officers up and down the chain of command, from police commissioner to constable. Would you guys join us in that campaign?
Anything to do with accountability, I'm going to be supportive of.
Absolutely.
With
Absolutely.
regard to how optimistic I am about that, like Aman's already said, there are bodies, but they've just not
All right,
been
guys.
convened. We're dealing with
I'm gonna pull it down here, so for now. It was a pleasure being here with you guys. I'm gonna take my bed. I'm tired, and I gotta do a show in the morning. So you know what's up, guys. Thank you guys for checking in. Until next time, if I fire feeling the host with the most. I'm out. See you.